Yeah.
We could disagree. But I want to go back to the 49ers, right? You said 11 and a half games, and I'm checking the schedule now, right?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
go
go
through the
through the list,
schedule.
right?
Yeah, let's do it.
They're going against the Jets with Aaron Rodgers again.
At home, right? I remember
Yeah,
that's at home. Home opener. Dub.
they're gonna. I think y'all gonna win. Facing the Vikings, dub.
Dub.
Rams at Rams,
Dub.
probably gonna lose that.
Dub. Dub.
That's a loss.
That'll be one of those where you take the line though, or if it's like the Niners are favored by 7 points, you take the Rams in that game with the points.
True. Patriots,
Easy dub. Drake man,
Cardinals,
easy dub. Dub.
Seahawks at Seahawks,
That'll be a tough one. I still think we get it. Dub. We're 6-0.
Chiefs.
Come on, man. All right, maybe man.
Chiefs. Look, there we go. Chiefs, Cowboys.
Man. Easy dub. We on the Cowboys. So 7-1.
Yeah, I did that own the Cowboys last year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Buccaneers.
That'll be a challenging game, but I still think we get it. Dub. 8-1.
Seahawks.
Dub.
Packers. Y'all probably lose that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, we beat them at home. Are we at home or in Green Bay?
Nah, Green Bay.
Okay, I'll give them that one. 8-2.
Bills. I think
Dub.
I got that.
Dub.
Bears.
Dub. 10-2.
Rams.
Dub. 11-2.
Dolphins.
That'll be a good game. Where's it at?
Miami.
In Miami. Last couple games of the year, so it'll be wintertime there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go us and all. No, we don't travel very well to the east. We don't travel. Sometimes we struggle with those East Coast matchups. I'll give us an L. 8-3.
Yeah, I lose sleep too.
Or 11-3.
Mm-hmm. Lions.
Dub. We own them. 12-3.
And then Cardinals again.
Yeah, 13-3. So we got one last. Or is that 14-3 then?
No, you gave them 13. So 13 and
No, I only had 3 losses. I had us losing to the Chiefs. Had us losing to
13-3
on 17 games. 14-3.
Bye week.
17 games. 14-3.
17 Am I
games.
tweaking?
Yeah.
Am I tweaking?
Yeah. 17 games, bro. It's about to go to 18. It's about to go to 18 soon.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait for 18. I'm not gonna lie.
That's gonna be crazy. Then it'll be like 2 bye weeks, so that'll be wild. It'll be 2 bye weeks.
That would be crazy. Fantasy would go insane, bro.
Oh my god, it's already getting hard, bro. Speaking of fantasy, we gotta do a fantasy league together this year, bro. And we gotta invite the chat into the league so they can, see what this realness is like.
You know what? That is a fact. We'll get the chat. I'm gonna open up a Discord soon. Yeah. So I'm gonna open up that Discord and then we can get everything set up like that. But I see your 49ers take and you're putting them over to 11 and a half wins. Honestly, I think you're very favorable with a lot of these teams. I think there's going to be a lot 12.
12?
I think they'll hit 12. I think you're not counting for I don't think you counted for a couple losses that I think can go.
I didn't give us no division game, so you're right.
Yeah, the division games always could go either or, you feel me? So I'm going more to 12. So they'll probably hit 11 and a half. But just barely. Like I think that's going to be a nail biter the whole entire year, right? But the Chiefs, I want to talk about them real quick because I was thinking about the AFC, and in my head, we'll talk about the Texans later. In my head, I'm like, bro, this Chiefs team, bro, like this man Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they just can't be stopped. This shit's insane, and I'm like, bro. In an AFC where the Bills got worse, in an AFC where there's still questions on like Lamar Jackson, in an AFC where the Bengals keep getting hurt, I'm like, bro, I don't see anybody beating them in the AFC besides maybe the Ravens, and that's it. So I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers going with 3 straight.
You think 3 straight, bro? They're setting up for that, right, with the passing attack. But it's like, who out of the teams in the AFC, realistically, right? In the AFC North, say it's Baltimore, Cincinnati ain't getting back there, Steelers ain't getting back there, Cleveland's not getting back there. So we got Baltimore. In the AFC South, where you got Houston, maybe if they take like this big leap, Houston, I'll give them that. Mm-hmm. Not Jacksonville, not Indy, not any teams there. And then in the AFC East, Buffalo lost their best receiver, probably not lost a lot of defensive pieces. So you got the Dolphins and the Jets.
And the Dolphins has been a team where Tua, man. All this talk about Tua and him taking that step up and him over here making these progressions. That motherfucker trash. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, well, it's the second half of the year when wind starts to come around. It gets colder. It ain't that hot Miami. We all
That
loosen up.
Miami weather, yeah.
That timing, it's off, and then they got to go through the ground game a little bit more. So I
But
like
the
Tua.
ground
I
game
don't
is
think Tua's
nice.
bad.
The
ground
Devon
game.
A chain and then Mostert, what they got going on.
Yeah,
I love that a lot, right?
yeah,
And even then, like their passing attack is kind of like a ground game in general with the amount of screens that they do and drags with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, right?
Yep.
So I like it's almost like that's their run game too. But the thing that's holding this team back, Miami, from being what they should be, I'm sorry, Tua, it's the quarterback position, bro. You're not who they need. You're not what's going to put them over the edge. They need someone better, and that's not you.
What would change though? Like Tua plays. He's been playing well. It's just towards the end he had a couple like suspect games, I would say. But like their opponents were also kind of hard down the stretch. For Tua, who he plays well like at the beginning of the season, he's done it the last 2 years. One season he couldn't stay healthy, and then the others, you know what I'm saying? The other season, is that wild? Is that wild? Is that wild? Hey, you stole them gang signs, man.
It was just like a seamless diss, like a little seamless. I'm like, damn, bro.
My bad. A little too much. But towards the end of last season, too, you feel me? Like he was, towards the end of last season, we're like, where did Tua go? Where did that offense go? And Tyreek Hill got hurt towards the end of last year as well. So I want to see what this team looks like fully healthy down the stretch because we haven't seen it yet. But I don't think they're getting past the Chiefs no matter what, especially in the playoffs. Like
true, but we have seen them in regular season games, and more times against good competition, they always fuck up. They're always a couple plays away, and a lot of times Tua is not performing to the level that they need him for those high key matchups.
Well, I said defense really ain't that great either. It's not like defense is
but a lot of times in those games, the defense is doing what they could. I remember in the 49ers game, it's not like the 49ers was cooking them, but Tua was bad. Like Tua was terrible. So I'm just sitting here like, bro, like they need an upgrade there. But in a league right now, Justin, and I've said this before, in a league right now where there's only one sure thing in the league right now. And that's Patrick Mahomes. Everyone else in the league right now, there is clear flaws with those quarterbacks. There's clear mishaps and things holding them back from being on that level. So even though we can talk about Tua all we want, I don't see a quarterback right now that can sit here and do that. Because if Lamar Jackson, what does he do? Bro, when that defense gets tight in the postseason, that man be folding up. I just got to be real. I love Lamar Jackson too. But last season was a really, really bad stain on him. Hopefully him and the Ravens could overcome that, right? That's him. Josh Allen, similar things. Josh Allen has probably been the better postseason performer than Lamar, right?
He just ran up against the Chiefs.
Who up? Joe Burrow. Yeah. Joe Burrow, even with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Mixon, even when they made it to the Super Bowl, it's not like he was playing this God-tier level. So I'm in my head, I'm like, the quarterback position right now is just it's worse than what it has been for the last decade.
I don't know. Everybody loves CJ, man, and these Houston Texans. Everybody's all
he the only one. Love CJ, man.
That's all over CJ. Hey, CJ cool. CJ's cool, and he had a really good year, but he also was playing from where there was no expectations. And I'm not. This is not a hate segment at all on CJ Stroud because I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. But are we just expecting the Houston Texans to be like this elite level team now? Is he automatically going to get better in his second year? Sometimes quarterbacks go through progressions where they're really good for a time and then they kind of tear off for a second.
Yeah,
we've seen it happen before where they set the league by storm. And then there's a sophomore slump. Now, I want to say I think his sophomore slump's going to happen because they put the right tools around CJ this year, getting Diggs, getting Joe Mixon this offseason, buffing up the defense even more than it was last year. Like, I think they did a lot of good things, but they still have to prove that they're not like a young football team that has to go through things. They caught people off guard last year. This year, are they like a serious like AFC title contender? Is that what they are?
I'm not going to lie, bro. They're winning their division. I don't see anyone else winning that division besides the Houston Texans. Put that in right now. I'm not going to lie. It's a plus right now. You might as well put that in.
So what is it right now? Plus 105 to win the division?
Plus 105. And the over-under, I think, is what? You put 9.5 wins? That's what it's at?
9.5 wins. That's low. That's for a team that everybody's expecting to be like this goated team.
They're winning the division, and that's easy money right there. 9.5 wins over, and they're winning their division. That's easy bread to make right there, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, you get Stephon Diggs, you have Tank Dell, and you still got Nico Collins, even though he's a tryhard. You got Damian Pierce. You feel me? And this crew under D'Amico Ryans, like this was a young crew, and young crews who spent time together, they just get better as time goes on, right? And that defense is gonna get better as time goes on.